actually, Sadie, I do not have any sugar.
Oh,
so
no.
We're gonna, and it's gonna do the same thing, okay?
I don't know how much there really is in there,
You
but
you know, it's very little, because we don't want a heavy bunch of that. We
Yeah.
just wanna, we
That
just
makes
want this beautiful cake to come out.
hold on, I got oil all over my hand.
Okay, and go ahead and throw that paper towel away if you want. If you maybe already did.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Sadie, you could, right now, we're gonna use a stand mixer. We could use a hand mixer. That's one of those that you hold and it's electric, and put everything in the bowl and mix it for 4 minutes, okay? Sadie, so I've got everything on the tray right here, okay? So start with, this is a cake mix, and it calls for any kind of chocolate cake mix. It does say dark chocolate.
Yeah.
But so, you know, whatever you like, if you have a brand you like. And I'm gonna bring the garbage over here, okay? And then after you're done, you could just, this is actually, Sadie, it's easy and it's very delicious, okay?
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to get the bag open.
Do you want scissors?
I got it.
Okay. And you can just put your garbage right here and put the garbage right by you, okay? And then, do you need scissors for that, honey?
I guess I just didn't make the hole big enough. There we go. Here.
It smells chocolatey, good. Right? This is instant chocolate pudding. So if you were gonna buy the stuff yourself, there's all kinds of everything. You want it to say instant somewhere on the box.
Do I pour this in there by
You open
itself?
that and you pour it right in. So Sadie, in a pint, which if you bought a pint of whipped cream or a pint of sour cream or something like that, it's 2 cups in a pint.
There you go.
Great. So this is sour cream. I think it's a cup, but I'm not sure. So here's a cup and here's a spoon, and I want you to make sure there's a whole cup in that container. If there isn't quite, I'm gonna get another container out, okay? Besides, this is a very fun cake to make too. Just super fun.
Getting on my hand.
You know, honey, let me get you a wet paper towel. Sadie,
Yeah.
and you remember that I will be out of town until the next time I'll be working with you will probably be September 3rd. I'll be in contact with you when I get back, okay?
Okay.
It could be the Friday before that, so you just wait till you hear from me,
All
okay?
right. I think that's
Honey,
a cup.
here's a nice paper towel that's wet. So I want that cup to be full to the top. It's gonna take every bit of that sour cream. You shouldn't have any left over. I know this because somebody else made this cake and they used the first cup. And if they measured exactly, you should have an absolutely full cup for your cake. Sadie calls for 4 eggs.
4 eggs.
Isn't that great?
I'm getting some over.
top.
Yeah.
So Sadie, if I wanted to know for sure, I would lay my fingers right across the top. That is not full. So let me see your container. Okay, so you know, I'm gonna go and get another container because I want you to lay your fingers across the top and I want you to feel it isn't full to the top, okay? And if you're gonna have a cake and it calls for a cup of sour cream, I want you to have a full cup, all right? Sadie, that's what that means is the person who made it right before you, her cup was a little bit too full, and your cup got shortchanged, all right?
Yeah.
So I don't want that for you. I want you to have enough. Brand new sour cream. Oh, sorry, honey. Take it and fill it clear up to the top. Push it down so there's no air bubbles, and then let me check it. Okay.
Okay.
And then, Sadie, if you were going to check it, which is what I want you to do, when you think you've got it just right, lay your fingers across the top. Okay.
Okay.
And just, you'll be able to tell. Is it full to the very top? Is it?
I think it's good now.
Okay. Let me just check that. Okay, we've got our trays, so we're not making any mess. Okay, so my hands are clean. Yes, so Sadie, you see that's full to the top? All right, honey, now I want you to scrape every bit of that, and I want you to put it right into your bowl for your cake, okay?
Okay.
Then when you're done, go ahead and bring that cup over here. Put it in the sink. And we're going on to eggs, all right?
Okay.
Nice. All right. Good deal. Sadie, if we broke all 4 eggs, just cracked them, put them right in the bowl, we wouldn't be able to tell if we get an eggshell in there or not.
Yeah.
And the other thing is the egg yolks themselves could escape getting broken. So often recipes say 4 beaten eggs, 3 beaten eggs, whatever.
Yeah.
That means break the eggs, beat them with a fork, okay?
Okay.
Here's your bowl. Here's your 4 eggs. I want you to go ahead
All
and
4?
do the all 4. You can just put the eggshells right in the carton because this is the last of it.
Great. Okay. Oh, that one was a sloppy break. There we go. Yeah. Okay.
So beat them with your fork, and it's important for us to know there's no eggshells.
Yeah.
So what you can do is you can just take one finger and you can just draw circles inside there, just like little circles, and you'll be able to tell if there's an egg yolk that still needs breaking or if you've got eggshells in there. If you go ahead and do that, if you feel good about it, pour all of those eggs right into your cake mix, and then take your bowl and your fork and put them over in the sink. You see how it's got its handle bent? Looks like a ladle.
You're gonna have me put it in this jar here?
I want you to dip it all the way down as far as it'll go. Let it touch the bottom. Dip it down straight by the handle. Pull it straight up and it's full to the top, and pour it in your cake. So there was nothing to see. It was just perfect, okay? So now I'm gonna dump this out, and we're gonna do the same thing with the oil. We're gonna pour it in here. The oil that's left, I'm gonna take a funnel and pour it back in the bottle. Okay? So let me dump this out. Here you go. Here's the oil. And it doesn't have to be clear up to the top, but it should be 3/4 of the way full, okay? See, this is a really cool way of measuring liquids, okay? You just bend the handle on your measuring cup. I use my 1/2 cup the most, so I just have a 1/2 cup.
Are we just doing one?
1/2 cup, 1/2 cup. You're gonna dip it all the way down. Bring it all the way up and pour it in on your cake. Okay, so Sadie, now, this is easy. Here's a funnel. I want you to put that on top of your oil bottle, and then pretty slowly pour your oil, the oil that you didn't use, just pour it on back. Isn't that nifty? Okay, and then oil, and you probably know oil has to be kept airtight. Okay, otherwise it turns rancid. You don't put it in the fridge, but it has to have the lid on really tight. Okay, so now I want, go ahead and put that little cup in the sink, and then I want to read you the recipe, and let's just make sure we got everything in our cake, okay? 1 package of dark chocolate cake mix, 1 package of instant chocolate pudding, 1 cup of sour cream, 1/2 cup warm water, 1/2 cup vegetable oil, 4 eggs, 12 ounces of chocolate chips that we add after we mix it. Okay, it says to mix it for 4 minutes, all right? Okay. So pick up your bowl and bring it right over here. All of these chocolate chips, okay?
I'm gonna do what with these?
Fold them in. Do you know what folding is?
No.
Okay, so if I took this is stirring, this is folding.
Okay.
I'm gonna do like this, fold it in.
Kind of more in layers or something?
You know, it's just a gentler way of mixing.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna unlock that on the right side and lift it up. Okay. And it'll just, that's right. Now, you don't have to take this off it's locked in. Take that spatula spoon you've got and scrape the sides, get it all pushed down, scrape the bottom, because now what you're doing is just making sure all of the chocolate and the sour cream and the eggs gets really mixed together. Sadie, if I was doing this by hand, 4 minutes on a mixer is a long time. And I have done this with clients by hand before, and they did, I don't know, 500 strokes maybe or something like that. You sure could do it. We're doing it with this nice mixer because we can.
Yeah.
And lower it whenever you're ready and lock it. Then we're going to cover it. Okay. It smells pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay, and then go ahead and turn it on and then go set Google, okay? I'm gonna turn it a little bit.
Okay, there it goes.
Right?
Okay, and we're ready.
Lift it up. Okay, Google, stop. Nice. So then take your spatula and scrape it down really good again, and maybe even see if you can scrape those beaters. Just spend about a minute making sure it's all really nice.
So yeah, I'm excited. I was was like, I was gonna wait and see if Jenna might be able to get the commission to get it for me, and I was like, you know what? If I just order it today, I'll have it in like,
And happy birthday.
you know, not very long.
Yes, nice. Okay, so Sadie, I'm gonna take these out, okay?
Okay.
Push them in, they come out. Pretty easy, okay, and then I'm gonna hit them. And then why don't you unlock that and take it over and put it on your tray. Open up your bag of chocolate chips and dump them all in. So Sadie, a 12-ounce bag of chocolate chips is about 2 cups. And they sell 6-ounce bags, which are it's about 1 cup.
They almost exploded.
Uh-oh.
There's a couple on the counter, but that's okay.
That's okay. I'll throw that away.
Okay. Oops.
Okay, and then honey, here's your spatula, and you're just gonna do that folding method that I showed you. Okay. This baby's almost in the oven, you know what?
Exciting.
It is exciting. And then we're gonna wash the bowl that goes to the mixer and wash the beaters because we're gonna use the mixer to make our cake, our frosting as
Ooh.
well. Then you're gonna put it into your cake pan. What we're not gonna do is we're not gonna put it on the baking pan and then put it in, because then we could spill some on there. So I'm gonna take this over here, and I want you to bring your cake batter over here, okay? And I'm setting it just to the right of the. And then I'm gonna show you a little secret about smoothing out the top of a cake before you bake it too. I want you to say to Google, set timer for 1 hour, okay? All right, there we
Hey Google, set timer for 1 hour.
Sure, 1 hour. Starting now.
So the first thing we're gonna do is sift the cocoa and the powdered sugar into a bowl, okay? All right, so let's go to the other side of the island where I have that other tray there, over here, and it makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need the sifter. So I'm gonna go grab, I've got a nice, okay, so I'm gonna get you a spoon. I want you to measure 1.5 cups. And then after you measure, I want you to lay it on the table, set it on the table. Sadie, okay, here this is. So get yourself, I want you to measure out 1 full cup, and I want you to set the
Am I
cup.
scooping it with this?
Yep, scoop it with that, and I want you to put it in the cup, level it off with your finger, and set it there so I can check it, okay? I'm gonna take this bowl off. I just want you to set it right there. So now, this is easy. Half of 3 is 1.5. How much is half of 3/4?
I don't do math. Oops. I just dropped a little bit.
Okay, that's where we have the tray, right?
Okay, it's probably just a little bit more.
Okay, and so when you think you've got it just right, set it down. I want to show you how to test or check it, okay? So Sadie, if I wanted to know if this was exact, remember how we put our hands over, the sour cream?
Yeah.
And look what I'm doing. I'm laying my fingers just like that, and I can feel that's exactly right. Okay? If it was like not quite enough, I would be able to feel that. In fact, yeah, it feels just right to me. Go ahead and dump that.
I'm gonna quote you, Shar. Look what I'm doing.
Look what you're doing. Put it in the sifter.
Such a troll.
Okay. And then take your half cup and do the same thing. Get it perfect. Check it with your fingers, and then put it in. Okay?
Okay.
Sadie,
Yeah.
people that can see, they check with their eyes. I'm just teaching you how to check with
Oh, I know. I'm just being silly.
No, but I
about
want-
the C comment.
I want you to do that, okay?
Yeah.
All right, okay. All right. So, Sadie, how much is half of 3/4?
Oh no.
So I say we put 1/3 of a cup of cocoa in there and a little bit more, all right?
Okay.
All right. I did have to cheat. Oh my goodness. So Sadie,
Yeah.
here's 1/3 of a cup. And how about you put a rounded 1/3 of a cup of the cocoa
A little
in
bit
there?
more.
And the cocoa's in that bag, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Maybe, Sadie, you want a whole 1/3 of a cup and maybe 1 tablespoon more than that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, put it in there. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna sift this. So Sadie, you're gonna hold it up like this with your left hand. It's gonna crank like this. The right hand's gonna crank it, left hand's gonna hold it, and it'll finish very quickly. That'll be very little stress on your hand. Okay? And then reach your hand in there and you can tell if it's all sifted out or if there's any still in there.
In the sifter.
Uh-huh.
There's still a little bit.
Okay. Let me see what this says. That's so funny. We had to use the calculator. Sadie.
Math isn't everyone's thing. I always joke and say the only reason I went to massage school is because we didn't have to do math, which is
No
not
math in massage school?
it's not completely a lie. So what am I doing with this?
Just a minute. Okay. So now you're gonna leave that there. And we're good. So we're making half a recipe. So you see you have your stick of butter there. On the tray I put a stick of butter.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sadie,
Yeah.
if I wanted half of this butter, okay, and I couldn't read the marks on the paper, let me show you what I would do. Put it right here. I would put my, like this.
Yeah.
Here's 4 fingers.
That's what
here's
I do.
4 Cut that in half, okay?
Yeah.
So that's what I want you to do. I want you to cut that in half.
Is there a knife over here?
I'll get you one, and then I want you to drop it right in that bowl, okay? And then Sadie, I want you to really make sure, you're really, really careful, that you don't get any of the paper from the butter
Okay.
into what you're making. And that means you have to check really carefully, okay? Yeah, that's a tablespoon I gave you. So I want you to put maybe, fill up this cup maybe 3/4 of the way, okay? And let me check how much cream it's calling for. So Sadie, you know, when you're adding something like this, little tiny bit at a time.
Yeah. You
'Cause
can't
you
unadd it.
if we get too much, then we're gonna spend the rest of the day adding more sugar, adding more chocolate. Oh no, too much cream. All right, so let me just get you teaspoon. Okay, so honey, feel this, and you have measuring spoons from us, don't you?
Yes.
And it has the one little notch on it, which means it's a teaspoon. And bring that over here so you can put it right in this bowl. And then you should do a little taste test after we mix this, okay? Nope, it's not quite done. All right,
Pretty sure it was
we're gonna give it.
that bacon didn't last till the end of the day, by the way.
Guess what? You left a whole piece of bacon on the counter.
Oh no.
And you were already gone. What could I do? I had to eat.
Oh no.
Honey.
Because me and my dad were eating part of it in the car on the way
You
to my
were?
grandma's.
I'm so glad. And some people say if you put it in the freezer, you get a really, really moist cake.
Huh.
Honey, you'll probably never meet another person in the world that puts a blanket around their mixer. Oh yeah.
Better than having to wonder where stuff flew.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
'Cause that would be me. I'd be like, I wonder where that splatter just went, because I know something just came out. That's always me. It's
Or
like I
you-
can.
Or you
Sometimes I can
leave
tell.
and you've got chocolate
Yeah.
spots all over your white blouse. Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be bad on your birthday?
Mhm.
Set it here on the counter.
Hold on, I don't want to get chocolate on the inside of the envelope.
I don't want you to. Big time. I think that thing smells so good it's not funny. You're gonna take it out and we're gonna just see what we It just smells rich and chocolate, doesn't it? It gloves it right there.
If it wasn't like a health code issue, I would totally make cupcakes for my first plant. I would have to do store-bought probably.
There's a thing about that. I don't know.
I would have to have my food handler's card. That's the
I
only thing.
see,
It's
I
only like
see.
$10, but I just
see.
don't want to. Just want to be careful. I mean, if they're like friends and people I already know, it probably wouldn't matter.
So, Sadie, if you put in a toothpick or you put in a knife and it comes out clean, it's done in the middle. That's the last place that, remember the steak?
Right.
The last place it gets done is in the middle, right? Okay,
Do you
so
have a thing?
I have a toothpick and I want you to stick it in the middle all the way down as far as it'll go and pull it up. And then I want you to run your finger over the toothpick. That's it. If it was not done, it would feel wet when you have
Like
batter.
batter, yeah.
Yep, okay, it's done.
That
Great.
goes away.
Yep, oh yeah, throw that away. Okay, so then your cake looks beautiful, honey. All right, so now we're gonna, I don't want it to sit on the stove because the stove is gonna make it stay hot longer.
Is there room in the fridge?
There is, but we can't put it in yet, it's gotta go.
Oh,
So what I'm gonna do, see what I can do. So Sadie, I'm not recommending you do this, but I could pick this up because foil pans are not near as hot as this kind of pan.
Right.
Okay? Not that you, I'm gonna grab this scarf off of you because I'm gonna set the cake over here. So Sadie, I'm not saying do it, but I am saying this isn't very hot. Okay? The pan though is hotter,
Yeah.
and the oven is another whole thing.
Right.
So as you start to cook and stuff, I want to give me your hand just a little bit. As you start to cook, sometimes I do this, just that. I can tell. Now I would never put that in boiling water.
Yeah.
I would never touch the burner. I would never touch the oven. But if I'm cooking like
I've done that. I know.
I just and
I do
can
it when
tell.
I'm, yeah, especially when I'm doing stovetop, like quesadillas or
Yes,
things like that.
yes, and it's how quick you touch is what it is,
Yeah.
okay? In 15 minutes, I think we'll put it in the fridge, okay?
Okay.
Hey Google, set timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes. And we're starting now.
Okay, all right. So, knock knock, it's
Rachel walking in.
Rachel!
We keep smelling the wonderful aroma.
Rachel, today's Sadie's birthday.
I know.
And she made herself a chocolate cake.
Oh, wow, look at that.
And we're waiting for it to cool so we can frost it.
Uh-huh. Are you taking it home? Yeah.
Should I pull it out of the fridge?
What, honey?
Should I pull the cake out of the fridge?
Yeah. And let's put it on a tray, okay?
Okay.
Sadie, I'm so glad we made more frosting. Oh my word! You gonna bring it over here? Let me grab a tray. All right, honey, here it is. Seems like I should frost it because it's your birthday. But this is your class, so I think you should.
It's okay, I'm recording, so I gotta frost it.
Yep, you do. Sadie, this has been fun, honey.
Yeah, thank
Hasn't
you.
it been fun?
It has.
Did you, and you did work today or you didn't? Tell
I
me
did.
that again.
I didn't.
Okay. Okay.
I'm doing the dots, the grid,
Do
or
the
however,
dots,
whatever you
honey.
call
know,
it.
It really works. What it does is it makes sure you have enough to go around. And if I'm putting like sauce on lasagna, I put it on in dots. Or
Yeah, that makes
cheese,
sense.
I spread it from the dots. It's kind of like playing dot to dot, you know?
Yeah.
I'm so glad I know you, Sadie. And I'm so
Aw.
glad it's your birthday. This is very fun.
Frosting is being a little bit stubborn.
Is it? Is it a little too thick?
It's a little bit thick, but I think it'll be fine.
If it was thinner than this, it would never set up.
Yeah.
So at least this is gonna set. Oh, I'm gonna go get that bag for you.
So much for the dots. It got all crazy.
You know, honey, everything's good in theory,
Right.
right?
I had one rogue dot and it ruined everything.
I can understand that very well. Did you put your charger in your bag? honey?
No, it's still over there.
Uh-oh.
I'll get it. I won't forget it this time. Not after what happened last week.
Okay. Sadie, I'm so glad you got to meet Jenna. You hadn't met
Yeah,
her
I
before.
hadn't.
She's a really nice person.
She is.
And she's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful counselor.
She is. I have to be honest, I didn't work with the commission for a while. Like, I avoided reopening my case because I've had experiences with not
Uh-huh.
the greatest counselors.
Uh-huh.
And I felt like it was just me.
Well, Jenna's a rock star. But you got it.
Yeah. And then I was like, wait, your counselors are actually supposed to be on your side? I didn't know that.
Yes, they are. Well, honey, I'm so glad this is working out.
Okay, let's see if I can spread this.
Sadie, chocolate cake with chocolate buttercream frosting? Did you say you're 32?
I'm 28.
28?
Yeah.
Well, that's younger yet. Okay, so I'm working with another client. She's the one that said I'm 32.
Oh, okay.
Oh, how can I keep track?
It's okay.
Honey,
Yeah.
is the camera getting your picture, I hope?
I'm pretty sure. It better be.
It-
But it wouldn't be the first time.
But I wanted to get you
I'm pretty
frosting
sure.
your cake.
Oh, I'm pretty
Okay,
sure. I
alright.
tried to make sure that it was pointed the right direction.
Okay, honey.
I moved it a couple times
Okay.
during our recording.
Okay.
But not moved it, just rotated it a
Okay.
little bit, but I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I've honestly lost so much good footage. Just
Oh.
because I didn't know the camera wasn't.
Well, sure, I wouldn't know.
No, that's unfortunately I've accepted that that's a part of being a blind content creator. That's gonna happen.
But Sadie, you're not stopping.
No.
You're going forward.
just joke
If
about it,
that's
and I
all
make
that
more
matters,
content.
honey, is that you're going forward.
Alright.
Just don't stop.
I think this is good.
Are you using all frosting?
Yes, I did.
Good. Yay, Shar. Glad we
Okay.
made double. I almost shortchanged you.
Alright.
Okay, so Sadie,
Yeah.
you know, if you got your fingers wet, you could kind of check to make sure you didn't miss any spots.
Yeah, I think it's good though. I felt it all like
All right.
consistently go
Okay,
over
honey,
everything.
Okay, all right. Can I cut you a piece?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So when you're done, go ahead and put the bowl and the spatulas, put all that in a sink.
Okay.
And you have to know that I hate paper plates, okay? So you're eating your cake on a glass plate with a real fork, okay?
All right.
I have a piece of cake with you, honey. Not because I don't want to, but I'm dieting.
I had to show off my cake to the camera. There you go.
Okay.
Put it back down.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Here's your plate. Okay, here's your fork.
I'm moving your drink so I don't knock it off the
Please
counter.
do that.
I'm good at that.
Okay, now, Sadie, I'm gonna put some frosting on the edges.
Okay.
I think the edges are bare.
Oh,
And
I thought I got them on the edges.
Well, I'm gonna put more on the edges, okay?
Okay.
Maybe it's there, but I want more for you. I don't know what time it is. It's not 3:30, right?
Alexa? Oh wait, never mind. I'm not at home.
Well, ask that
Hey,
Google person
Google.
over there, okay?
What time is it? Hey Google, what time is it?
3:07 p.m.
Yay, we have lots of time.
It's funny because like I'll be at work and I'll be like, Alexa, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh wait, I'm in the break room.
It's so funny. Okay, honey, now what I did was I just spread it so that even the edges way in the corner have a frosting, okay?
Okay.
So now I'm gonna cut your cake. So, honey, I left my finger by where I cut it, okay? And that just kind of showed me. Taking it out and putting it right on your plate. And here is your fork.
Ooh.
There's your cake. All right, honey?
All right.
All right, enjoy.